When last did you ever see a cocoon and think, right about now there's a caterpillar in there undergoing a huge metamorphosis?
I love this.
Hi Diamonds, and my name is Sic'Nis, which is an acronym that stands for Succeeding in Possible Circumstances and Needs Intellectual Strength. But I do know you know this already. And on episode 23, Diamonds, I just wanted to ask a question. And that is, when last did you ever see a cocoon and think, right about now there's a caterpillar in there undergoing a huge metamorphosis? Chances are you didn't even notice it. And that's the same with the real glow up diamonds. It's all internal. What's happening on the inside changes how the outside looks. And that's not just physically, that's perceptually as well. In today's society, there is so much emphasis, weight and value placed on the outer aesthetic that it's got peeps neglecting their inner state. So what's your inner dialogue like, King? What's your head voice saying, Queen? Is it overpowering or empowering your inner self-saboteur? Because we all have them. Even the people you perceive to be the most confident, they have this inner voice, this internal dialogue that they have to switch off and block out all the noise. So what are you saying to yourselves? What are we saying to ourselves? Are we saying that we can't make it? Are we saying that we'll never get fit? Or what are we saying to ourselves? Because it starts within. I like to take it back to, in my mind, whenever a limiting thought or belief enters my mind or a negative thought, what works for me is I take it back to Soundclash days as if it was Stone Love and Kilimanjaro, or Saxon and Kilimanjaro going dub for dub in a clash. So limiting belief pops in, replace it with a positive thought about myself, something that I know. So when a negative thought pops into your mind, Diamonds, replace it with replace it dub for dub. It's one for one. What's a goal that you've achieved that you are proud of yourself for? Or something that someone's recently complimented you on or thanked you for or said that you've done a good job about? What's something that you're really proud of? Replace those negative thoughts and those limiting beliefs with something that's true and founded. Now, I don't know how far along you are in this whole journey. That might be too hard for you. So at the beginning, for me, what really helped, I read this book by Ayanna Vincent. And there was a phrase that she said, and whenever a negative thought or doubt popped into your mind, she said to say, I surrender this very thought to the Spirit of God within me. I trust God to perfect it for me right here and right now. And at first, it felt like I was saying it 75 billion times a day. And then one day, I found that the phrase popped into my mind. And I realised it wasn't because I was batting away a negative thought or a limiting belief. I just thought of the phrase and thought, haven't said that for a while. So it really is, Diamonds, all about reprogramming our mental. We have to change the way we speak and to ourselves and about ourselves to ourselves. Following that thought, it's like, what's your MO, King? What's your motive, sis? What's the goals? What's the plan? You have to name them and you have to break them down into every step. And when I say every step, Diamonds, I mean every step. If you were going to take a bath right now, what were the steps you would need to do? The bath wouldn't just appear and you wouldn't just already be fresh. You would have to get up from wherever you are, sat, stood, driving, whatever it is. You'd have to move from there and take several steps until the end result is you being fresh and so clean, in your onesie, ready for bed. This is the same with your goals. You have to write them down, every little step, and it's twofold why you should do this, Diamonds. The first is, now that you've got Now that you've got the steps that you need to take, your action plan, now it's not just this huge thing in your mind. Now you have a very real plan, a very real action plan of how to get to your desired result. And secondly, once you have all the steps listed, as you go along and you're completing them and you're ticking them off because they're completed, the sense of satisfaction that you receive from that, as well as knowing that you don't just have this grand scheme in your mind, you've actually worked towards it. You're now 5, 6, 7, 10 steps closer, and then you're 2, 3, 1 step away. With my young mentees, I like to say to them, like, so what's the plan? Oh, man wants to go wireless, miss. Okay, so you want to go wireless, how are you going to get there? Man needs a ticket, innit? So how much are the tickets? How are you going to get the tickets? Man needs a job, how are you going to get a job? I try and encourage them to be as enterprising as possible. So it's like, are the youngers in your family that you can babysit? Can you wash some cars for the family and get paid for it? Can you cut some grass? Like, what can you do to get you closer to the goal that you desire? For me, with music, we've spoken about this on other episodes, Diamonds. I spoke about being in the Legacy documentary, produced and directed by Daniel Alexander alongside Punch Records. And it was about the story, it's about the story of hip hop and grime in Birmingham. And I am featured as one of, the veterans, as they say, of the scene. And you don't get to that stage by listening to your inner self-saboteur. You don't get to go on tour with Ghostface by listening to that inner voice. You don't get to become a nominee for the Birmingham Music Awards 2 years running. You don't get that by listening to your inner voice. You have to break out. You have to silence. You have to silence it. I had to show up and show out consistently, regardless of how I felt, regardless of feeling like, I here I am. Nobody knows who I am. All I had was one mic, one pen and one pad, and a dream. And I've pursued it relentlessly. And if you are here from my musical releases, then you know that I speak empowerment, I speak inspiration, I speak life. And this is just the evolution. This is me bursting out of the cocoon as an effervescent butterfly. This is me bursting out of the cocoon. Diamonds. Diamonds, have you ever thought that you give entirely too much? You absolutely are giving entirely too much about the completely wrong things, other people's opinions, other people's wants, other people's fantasies, other people's show reels. Stop. What is it you want? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What makes you tick? Hone in and zone in on those things. Everybody else is taken, but you are one of a kind. You are one of a kind. There is nobody like you, and nobody can do you better than you. So do you to the nth degree. I had to see myself as that queen, as that chick, as that woman, as that lady, way before I felt or was indeed that. I had to show up like that. That's doing shows for free. That was everything. Staying true to all that is me, my morals, my principalities. So Diamonds, I need you to spend 15 minutes every day visualizing yourself as that king or that queen, your future self, however you see yourself, wherever you want to be. Spend 15 minutes every single day visualizing yourself as this person. Now, however you do it is up to you. 5 minutes in the morning, in the lunchtime, at night. Spend 15 minutes every single day, diamonds, visualizing yourself as that person, that king or that queen. 15 minutes every single day, however you choose to do it, whether you want to do it all in one go or break it down. Try that, diamonds. Try it with a friend. Let a friend hold, be accountability partners for each other. Because what that will do, diamonds, the clearer and the more vivid that image of yourself as that king, that queen is in your mind, the how will present itself, the clearer the how will be. And then you've got a very real action plan, as we've discussed earlier, on the steps that you need to take to get to where it is you perceive yourself, where it is you want to be. There is nothing stopping you. The only thing stopping us is us, diamonds. So I just need you to try this. Also, diamonds, how are you treating you? Also, diamonds, immense gratitude for everything in every step, in every stage, in every facet of life is it's of complete and utter importance, diamonds. I can't stress it enough. Faithful in little, grateful in little, faithful in much. So you might not be where you want to be right now, but be grateful for where you are. Be grateful for the journey that you've undertaken. Be grateful for the growth that has occurred thus far. Because if you have been making efforts to move towards being this divine king, this divine feminine energy, this divine masculine energy, kings and queens, then you should be able to see the steps that you've already crossed off the list and be immensely proud of yourselves. I'm immensely proud of you, diamonds. Literally, I just wanted to speak some life into us all this week. And if you've liked this video, do check out my video that I'll put the link up to here. That's where I give you some helpful tips and hints on how to embody the vibe, even when imposter syndrome shows up. So thank you very much for tuning in, diamonds. If you've made it this far, please like, subscribe and switch on notifications and let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you next week with another video, and until then, peace, love and Sic'Nis.